Chris, I'll have to send a picture on the group chat thing, but you know Hero Forge?
Yeah.
I got one of their 3D prints, but it's the steel one.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at those the other day.
It actually came out pretty decent.
Nice. Yeah, I was on Hero Forge because well, we'll get into this. So in between Curse of Strahd and our next campaign, which I'm looking probably at doing Tyranny of Dragons, I'm going to run a short one-off of Traveler. And we will have a session 0 where that entire session, well, the bulk of that session will be creating characters, because Traveler has a group. It's kind of a mini game activity on how you create characters. And then once the characters are made, you can then spend money to upgrade the ship, or purchase items, things like that. So it's kind of like a little mini side game. Anyways, so the Traveler, the one-off session that we will be doing will take 1 to 2 maybe 3 sessions. It's not anything huge, just for me to get a break from running D&D nonstop for 2 years. And I was looking on Hero Forge because there's no minis for Traveler. And so there's plenty of science fiction minis out there, but there are particular alien races that are player character available that there's no real minis for. And so I went to Hero Forge and I'm like, well, I wonder if it's possible to create one of these things. And it is. You can make, a Vargur with wolf-like features. You can make an Aslan with cat, features and bulk them up. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And the price, I've noticed that the pricing on a lot of the Hero Forge has come way down.
Yeah. Because
I remember, I think it was last year, I was looking at creating a custom mini for Kate's character in our home game. And one mini, and this was before they were offering the paint options and whatnot, one mini was going to cost like $70. And I'm like, fuck that, I'm not paying that for a miniature. I'll just go buy a dwarf and paint it myself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now, $20. That's not bad.
I think the steel one I got was only like $30.
Yeah, no, their pricing has come way down. I am definitely happy to see that.
I did the most expensive one that I saw is you can get one made of brass. That one's like $70.
Yeah, I was looking at those too. I find it a little amusing that they have like, so their bottom end, oh, these are plastic minis, blah blah blah. Then there's one tier up. Oh, this is premium plastic. Oh yeah, because they had to send somebody out to mine the premium plastic, right? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Plastic's plastic.
Well, I found the difference between the two is the baseline one, you'll lose most of the detail. I don't think it's necessarily the plastic, but the tips that they're using.
Right.
The one, like, you get a lot of good detail out of it.
Yeah. Well, we will go.
Yeah, I was like, brass, Jesus Christ, that's an expensive ass.
Yeah. I'm not sure why I would want a brass mini, but I guess maybe if you wanted something to sit on your shelf next to your sculpture of a dragon holding a crystal prism,
I was kind of thinking of getting a badass one and replacing the hood ornament on my car.
Right.
That like epic dragon made out of brass.
Well, we will go ahead and get started, and Brian can drop in when he is ready. Welcome to Curse of Strahd. Before we get started, we will we'll pick up right where we left off last week. But before we get started, if you scroll down in your Twitch stream, you should see some tiles there. If you don't see the tiles, click on my profile image and they should pop up. The first one on our list is TNC. That stands for Talon Claw. They make beautiful wood tabletop accessories for your D&D games. They make absolutely wonderful wooden DM screens, dice vaults. They have a new dice tray that they just released that has a space to hold their Council of 7 dice vault. It's very nice. Full line of character class drinking coasters and a whole bunch of other items. So definitely give them a look. I believe they just finished the prototype for their first gaming table too, so I'm sure that we'll be seeing that coming sometime in the near future. Next on the list is the Speechless Bard. She makes beautiful leather products, all hand stitched, all hand painted, and handcrafted. She makes covers for your core rule books, and she has a full line of dice bracelets. And I was just looking today, she did a dice scroll rolling mat that is the leather is like a dragon hide kind of scale. It's very cool. So yeah, give her a look. And then the last on the list is Fable Beard Company. They make beard products, beard balms, oils, butters, washes, etc. And each one of their scent profiles is a different fantasy character. And right now I'm still working my way through the holiday stash that I had purchased from them. And I am wearing Jack Frost, which smells like pine, cedar, and a peppermint chill. Where we left off last week, you guys accidentally got into a fight with Strahd. You took a wrong turn, and you found the little emo vampire crying in his parents' tomb. He was draped over his mother's coffin. And that led to a big battle, and in the process of the battle, you had dealt enough damage to him that it destroyed the Heart of Sorrow, which you were told was a large diamond or crystal-like structure somewhere in Ravenloft that would soak up any damage that he took, and you dealt enough damage to him that it destroyed the crystal, and he started taking damage directly to himself, and he took enough that he turned into his mist form and retreated off somewhere, probably to his crypt to regenerate. Rather than, and you think you know where the crypt is, because you had found a tomb that was surrounded by 3 force walls. You believe that to be his tomb, but rather than go there directly, you opted to try and regroup with your forces, because you have Mordenkainen and the Order of the Silver Dragon, some werewolves, and a kindness of wereravens all assaulting the front of the castle. They've made it into the courtyard. The trick, of course, is getting to them. And you went up a stairwell and have gone up into the spires of Ravenloft. And when you look out the window, you can see the courtyard, and there's a battle raging in the courtyard between Strahd's forces and yours, and they are going back and forth. But you are in the tallest tower of Ravenloft, and where we left off, you had just come to this landing here in area K55. Let me find K55. So, in this room, heavy beams support the ceiling of this large room, the outer walls of which curve to follow the shape of the tower. Dim light filters in the room, though through the steel lattice squares of 2 leaded glass windows. Several tables stand throughout the room, weighed down by stacks of glass jars and bottles, all of them bearing labels. Ew, this is going to be interesting. I need to... Nope. So, yeah, so in this room, you find a number of jars that are in on a bookshelf. near a fireplace, and the fireplace has a cast iron cauldron style pot hanging in over the fire, and this bookshelf has all these jars on it, all with various things in them, and they are all labeled, and you find that these jars have labels on, like Eye of Newt, Hair of Bat, Snail Hearts, Frog's Breath, etc.
Is there anything cooking in the pot?
No, but everybody can make an investigation check.
Not me.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What did Mike and Carice get for their investigation checks?
I got a 7.
Wow, you guys.
Investigating the splinter.
Okay. So, yeah, you don't really find much of anything else. I'm trying, let's see. So, these maps really suck. And I apologize for that. Yeah, I just don't have a better map. For some reason, Wizards decided to do isometric maps for Ravenloft, the castle. However, this is the only time that they did isometric maps. The rest of the book are regular maps. And isometric maps are cool to look at, but functionally useless. So this is what we have. Unfortunately, these on the outside of the tower are windows.
Can we open them?
One of them is already ajar, and when you go over to the window, so these these windows are like lattice work metal with stained glass in them, and one of the windows is already cracked open ajar, and when you poke your head out, hold on here. Or when you go to investigate the window, rather, not that you poke your head out. When you investigate the window, clinging to the side of the tower outside is a vampire spawn that tries to grab you but completely misses. Everybody roll initiative. There's Brian. You got here just in time to roll initiative.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Nice.
I have no idea what's going on. I turned my thing here, roll initiative. I'm like, okay.
Helga, you got a 9? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And wow, Pepperell's starting out strong today. Carries the third. What'd you get?
A whopping 9.
Woo! And Mike.
19.
Okay. Okay. So, Pepperell, this vampire spawn that is clinging to the side of the tower like spooky Spider-Man, tried to grab you. What would you like to do since you're at the top of the stack?
Can I lean out my head and shoot him with Eldritch Blast?
Yes.
Okay. I will do that. The 20 hit?
It does.
First one's 9 points. Second one. Imagine a 25 hits.
Yes.
For 7 more.
Okay. Now,
Then I'll back up 5 feet and make room for whoever else can reach out the window.
okay. So then my question is, with your Eldritch Blast, were you just blasting him, or are you using the pushback option?
I don't have repelling. I
Oh,
have
okay.
the one that adds my charisma to it.
Gotcha.
That would have been nice to fling him off the tower, though.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Vampire Spawn is not pleased, and he, after taking 2 Eldritch Blasts, jumps in the window in front of Pepperell and is going to take a claw attack at Pepperell. He's going to try this again. Soft 20 to hit.
Okay, belt.
Okay, he's going to try another claw attack. And he gets another soft 20 to hit. Man, that sucks.
Let's see about the second roll. Eat that.
Yep.
So I deflect a whopping 1 point of damage.
Okay. All right. And he is... Go ahead and make your third roll.
Okay. Did he have a third attack? How does that work if I have more deflect rolls
Oh.
than he has attack rolls?
That, well, the third roll is to determine whether or not he's restrained.
Oh, so he'll do a grapple check against that 11.
Right. Which he fails. So he is restrained. So did soft 20 hit you?
Yes, both
Okay.
of the soft 20s hit me.
Okay, so the claws, and you're going to deflect 1 point of damage. Do 9 points of slashing damage on the first hit and 9 points on the second hit.
Okay.
So well, 8 points on the first hit and 9 on the second hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So he is now restrained by your belt, and that means that everybody's attacks on him have advantage. And he has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Is there something on me? I think it's a bug. Get it off. Is there a spider? Feels like a spider.
Mike, what would you like to do?
Is it still outside the room, or is it just dangling there?
No, it climbed in the window because Pepperell had stepped back 5 feet. It jumped in the window and landed in that space where Pepperell was. And so it is standing just inside the window now. Well, I guess it's standing. It is wrapped up in tentacles.
I'm giving it a special kind of hug.
Is it just the one?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll slash it with my axe.
Okay.
16
Yes.
for 10 damage.
Okay. Yes.
For 16 damage.
Okay. All right. Anything with a bonus action or movement or anything like that, is there?
I laugh at it.
Okay. Okay. So, Brian, to catch Brian up, you guys are here in K55.
Mm-hmm.
And this fight with this vampire is taking place here in front of this window. And what would you like to do? There's this tentacled vampire spawn. You have advantage on your attacks.
Okay. I guess I will try to attack it.
Okay.
Scroll, where are you? Can zoom in. Can see my own shit. I'm doing 27 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. Where are you at? Where are you at? There you are. Huzzah! And 14.
Okay. So you did 14 points of damage?
Yeah, just 14 points of damage with, yeah.
Okay.
Slashing damage. 14 slashing damage.
And then your next attack?
Damage. 14?
Miss.
Yeah.
Okay. And your bonus attack?
We're fighting what again?
Vampire spawn.
Ah, yes. You know, I had bad luck with the vampires and the whole bitey thing the last time we fought anything that could do that.
Right?
So, I think I'm going to take a step back this time.
Okay. Probably a wise choice. Okay, so you step back. Carries the third. What would you like to do?
I will ask the party, hey, you guys got this guy? Are you good? Do you need my help?
I'm just hugging him.
I think you guys can deal with one vampire spawn. I'm gonna go out the window and I want to do a quick circle around the tower and just see if there's more things, what's going on, where everybody's at.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a quick scout mission. I'll be right back.
Okay.
One-shotted.
So you fly out the window and you're kind of scouring around the side of this tower, and you see that there are you see at least 3 more vampires spawn clinging to the side of the tower. 2 of them are paying attention and looking downward towards the battle in the courtyard. The third is further down the tower and is climbing up, heading towards the window. But he's down the tower like 60 feet.
60 feet?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that ain't far. Let's see.
Dump something out the window.
Should throw the cauldron pot out the window.
How close are they all together? Are the 2 together, or are they all
So the other 2 are over on this side, staring down at the courtyard, not really paying attention to you. If you were to attack them, you would have advantage on them. But the other one is down here and looking straight up towards the window.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at the guy that's coming up the wall,
Okay.
and that guy is gonna take the scorching rays to the face.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, go for it.
3 more. Lowest one's a 22.
Yep, that hits.
Well, let's see. Hold up, D6. damage.
Okay. Yeah, he takes 24 damage, but he's still climbing up the wall.
And as a free action, I'll try to yell as loud as I can to the window, like, hey, more's coming.
Okay. Helga, what would you like to do?
I have my spider climb dark tower, so I think I could just run out the window and wait. Are they still 60 feet away?
Yeah, he's still 60 feet down the tower.
Okay, we had like a long sword we were going to sell. I think I'll just like throw it.
Okay.
Rather like push or drop. I don't know.
Okay. So go ahead and make a.
What would that be?
That would be an improv because you're throwing it. It's considered an improvised weapon because longswords aren't really meant to be thrown. So it would be your a D20 plus your Dex modifier.
Okay, 16.
Wow, that hits. Roll 1d4 slashing damage.
Lame. 2. It like grazed their cheekbone and ear. Oh my god.
So this longsword slashes this vampire on its way down to the ground. Anything that you would like to do? Well, I mean, you have a second attack. You could. Do you have a crossbow?
I do. Yeah, I can fire that. I'll try that.
Yeah.
Ooh, 20. Cool. And then that is 1d10 piercing. Do I add? You don't add a strength modifier on that. Right?
You add your Dex mod.
Oh, so that's 11.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did considerably more damage. So then, is there anything you want to do with a bonus action, or you could move halfway down to him?
Yes, I would like to move halfway down.
Okay. All right. So you move down like another 20 feet down the tower towards him.
Cool.
Maisel, what would you like to do? I mean, there's still this tentacled up vampire in the room itself.
I would first like to cast Definite Witches on the tentacles vampire.
Okay. So he gets a wisdom save, is that correct?
I believe so, yes. 16. So wisdom save 16.
Nope, he only got a 12.
Nice.
So he is going to take psychic damage. I believe.
Yes, it's psychic and 12 points.
Okay. All right.
And then can I get to the window for my crossbow
Yes.
without hitting Helga, of course?
Yes.
I'm probably in the. Oh, okay.
Helga, can you scamper out of the way?
Yeah, you would be at disadvantage because Helga's kind of heading towards him. But I'm trying to. Yeah, you could use a bonus action to make your attack. So.
Okay. Then I'm going to make an attack, but at disadvantage then.
Correct.
So roll 1.
Yeah, they're down.
Don't want to get shot in my rear eyeball.
19.
Yep, that hits.
Okay.
So Helga, you see this crossbow bolt come flying past you and tag this vampire.
For 7.
For 7 points. Okay. Yeah, this vampire is actually starting to hurt.
Good.
So last night, we were we got into the discussion of how, because of this entire past year, how most games have taken place online, that Wizards needs to update the order of operations for what you can do on your turn, and number 1 needs to be to unmute yourself. Because we our Friday night game, a lot of the guys, they'll have either there's like a problem between how their mic operates and how Skype works with their mute, or one guy will forget that he's got a Logitech and he forgets that he flipped his mic up. And so they'll sit there and they'll describe their entire action and nobody hears anything. And we'll be like, yeah, we don't hear you.
Chris, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Can my mod attack the tentacle vampires moving out with like claws only?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Can my slot, my death slot, attack the
Oh, yes.
the held vampires?
Yeah, I completely forgot about the death slot.
I know. Poor Slotty. Okay. So that's gonna be a claw attack. That's 17 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. And let's see. 17 slashing and necrotic.
Yikes. So
Or I should say 10 slashing, 7 necrotic.
So he actually only takes 3 necrotic because vamps have
Right.
resistance.
Resistant.
Yeah. Okay. So how many attacks does the death slot have?
1 bite, 2 claws.
Okay.
That was the first claw.
Go for it.
Okay. That's gonna be 24 to hit,
Yes.
and that'll be 10 slashing, 3 necrotic.
Yes. Okay.
Then, last, can you bite him too, or does that put Petrol in danger?
No, he can bite.
Okay. So it's gonna be 19 to hit,
That hits.
and that's 9 piercing, 3 necrotic.
Okay. Pepperell, you have this extremely beat up vampire spawn tangled up. Your attacks would have advantage on because he is restrained.
Okay, I'll go Sun Sword on him.
Okay.
Whoops, hold on, forgot that advantage. Crit.
Yeah. Nice.
Hold on, plus the die 8. Wow, one more. 14 points of radiant.
So Pepperell stabs this vampire with his sun sword, and the vampire just immediately turns to ash and just crumbles to the ground. Which is good because that means he's not going to be able to. I mean, if he had more hit points and had not taken radiant, he would have regened 10 hit points. I don't think that would have saved him, but you know. The vampire spawn on the side of the tower.
One that took scorching rays to the face.
Yeah. Not really a whole lot he can do. He uses the dash action and scrambles up the tower 50 feet and gets into melee attack with Helga. But because he had to dash, he can't do anything else. And so, Mike, you're in the room. What would you like to do?
So at this point, the only vampires are outside.
Right. I guess that limits your options. In the room, there is a door, or there's two doors actually. There are two doors. You actually had come in this door, and then you see that there's a closed door over here going into 54.
Yeah, I guess I'll go through that door.
Okay.
If there's anything helpful over there.
Okay.
Or detrimental. We'll find out.
In 54. The low ceiling of this 20-foot square room presses down on you. Torn and broken couches lie in heaps haphazardly strewn about. Deep claw marks cover the hardwood furniture, and the once lush upholstery has been sliced to shreds. From the dark shadows amid the rubble, 3 pairs of green eyes stare back at you. Make a perception check.
All I saw was that there was some green eyes.
Okay. So yeah, you see some green eyes. The lighting in this room isn't very good, and the light that comes in is coming from you opening the door, and so the room is dark, and the light coming in, you can see these green eyes because the light that's coming in through the door is reflecting off of their eyes.
Well, they're not crockett gators, because that's red, so... I say hi.
Make a charisma check.
I am not charismatic in the least.
You sound creepy when you said it.
I totally sound creepy.
From the shadows, you see these 3 black cats come out into the stream of light that's coming through the door, and they all hiss at you. And kind of their hackles go up.
Mike's gonna be taken down by cats. So it ends.
Yeah, they appear to be, startled by you.
I mean, I would be.
I don't think.
Like, afraid of cats too.
They're not necessarily cats, but they jump out of a dark room at you.
So, Brian, what would you like to do?
There's a room with things, there's another one with the same things. Is there things still coming up with the thing?
Yes.
Okay. I realized I had not finished my level, so I was leveling up from last time, so I was kind of doing that while we were fighting, so I was half listening. I apologize.
No problem.
Okay. Can I get to the window?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to use one of my maneuvers to try and do a pushing strike out the window.
To do what?
One of the things climbing up, if I can.
So, below you, 20 feet down, you see, you can see Helga, and she is in melee range of this vampire.
Why is this window?
Yeah, it's 20 feet down below you when you look out the window.
I guess spider climb is like a dark gift.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not a gross extra eye, but also I can walk on walls and ceilings and stuff. So that's why
Remotely close to the window.
Right.
Nope. I got it taken care of though.
Okay, so out the wall, nothing I can do. In the room, anything I can do?
So from here, this is the door that Mike opened, and you can hear some cats hissing at Mike. And then there's this door that is closed.
Oh. I mean,
And I'm sorry, you guys actually came in from here.
suppose I'll try the other door then. I mean,
Okay.
that sounds like something I can do at least.
Okay. Hold on here. So you open this door into 56, and in here, the first thing that you see are 3 Barovian witches, and because Mike had opened the door, those 3 cats are the witches' familiars. Now, I'm not sure why the cats would be in a different room than the witches. That seems a little odd, but that's the way this is set up. And because those are familiars, the witches were aware that you guys were in K55 and were just waiting for that door to open. And the first witch, when you open the door, cast Ray of Frost on you because she had a ready to action. And because I rarely use this, I have to look at it. Range spell attack. $21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. For 5 points of cold damage. And the
Now,
other...
metagame question, real quick. When I leveled up, I didn't increase the current hit points I had, right? Only my maximum?
All of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you get to add... Yeah, you get to add that to... Yeah. It goes both to your maximum and to your current hit points.
Okay. Cool. You said that was 5 points of damage?
Correct. The second witch is also going to Ray of Frost. But she misses with an 11. And the last witch reaches out and tries to stab you with a dagger, which is stupid. 15 to hit.
That misses.
That's what I figured. So, that was their ready to action. What would you like to do?
That case.
I'm gonna shut the door. Sorry, didn't know it was occupado.
My bad. I'm gonna. We follow I don't like being attacked by things with small little daggers. That upset me quite a lot, actually.
It's insulting, isn't it?
And repost.
Okay.
And since she missed me, and I'm gonna use one of my superiority die plus my attack and attack her.
Go for it.
22 to hit.
Yes.
Wonderful. I gotta roll a few times. Awesome. Okay, so 13 damage,
Okay.
and that was just my maneuver.
Right, that was just your reaction for repost. So, what do you want to do with your main actions?
Yeah, that's not even my main actions yet. That was just You missed. Haha, I get to repost.
Right.
Do my turn. Alright. Because I have that bully thing going on there, and I've already hurt one of them, that one's gonna keep getting hurt because I'm a bully and that's what I do.
I'm gonna kick you in the taint.
Pretty much. Take that. Oh, you're hurt? Take this too. 25?
Yes.
Okay. 13 damage?
Okay, so you, on your first attack, you slice this witch in half. And when you slice her in half, she disappears and her robes fall to the ground like in an Obi-Wan Kenobi fashion.
I would like to take a free action and stomp on the robes to make sure she's really gone.
Yes.
So the cats disappear?
No. So you have another attack, Brian.
Yes, I do.
You could move basically 5 feet into the room and attack another witch.
I will do this thing you say.
Okay.
And they don't get an attack of opportunity on me or anything?
No.
Okay, cool. Then I will use another superiority die and do a menacing attack on that witch. So I have to hit first, but let's see how that goes.
Okay.
Oh. 31.
Yeah. Yes, that hits.
Well, that strength boost is kind of helping the whole I never almost. Okay. Alrighty, I got a lot of math to do here. I'm so crazy. Okay, so that's 15 and alright, 17 damage, and the target has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Well, she doesn't have to make a wisdom saving throw because you just outright killed a second witch.
That's how scary I am, man. She died of fear.
And again, when you stab her, she disappears and her robes fall to the ground.
Okay.
Not thanks to robes.
It's funny because the description of Barovian witches sounds like they're going to have their own TV show on TLC. Their descriptions are they are brothers and sisters of Strahd and pack rats with cats. So basically, they're sister wives and hoarders that they hoard things and cats. So if they were just midgets too, then I mean that would be like a whole series that they could do.
They need gastrified milk.
Yeah, my 7 600-pound midgets and counting.
That's right. You got everything, the show.
Yes. The last witch.
A bonus action?
Yes, you get a bonus action.
Alright, well, last witch, I'm just going through them, so let's try that last witch then.
Yes.
Is she in me?
Yes. Yeah, the room's not big enough for her to really not be in range. There's like 4 squares in that room, so...
Too bad she's not afraid after seeing her 2 other witches get killed, but let's try this anyway. Another 19. So again, that was 30.
Yes.
And 8 damage.
Okay. She... She... I think is going to have to get serious.
Oh, now you want to get serious after I killed 2 of you, huh?
I don't think she hit you though. 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Ah, okay. So she points a finger at you, and the sickening greenish energy lashes out at you, and you take 9 points of poison damage, and you have to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty, Constitution. Well, that should be fairly easy with my Constitution, but let's see. I'm assuming 18 is fine then.
Yes. So you do not have the poisoned condition.
I do not have the poison condition?
You do not.
Okay.
You just took the poison damage, but you don't have the condition.
Cool.
Carries the third. What would you like to do?
Have the two on the side noticed me yet?
That's a good question. They have not.
Well, sucks to be them. I think I got. Yes. One more. I'm gonna whip off and scorching ray. 2 at one, 1 at the other.
Okay, you have advantage on that attack.
Alright. First ray. 21.
Hits.
Second one, 19.
Hits.
18.
Hits.
Cool. All 3 hit. We'll do the single guy first. Ugh. 7 points of damage
Okay.
to the single target. With double target, we'll end up with 12.
Okay. Sorry, I have to ignore a phone call.
Those two and the party that's outside the building, but staying away from the wall where they can't reach me, so stay like 30 feet back.
Gotcha.
About midpoint.
Okay. All right. Helga, what would you like to do?
I'm going to attack the vampire spine.
Okay. Fuck him up. Uh, 19 does hit.
Okay, I'll just go my second attack now just to make it easy. 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So then you get to decide, so as a bonus action, you can throw on a smite spell. And on each of those hits, you can put on divine smite.
We didn't get spell slots back from leveling up, did we?
No.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I'm running real low on spell slots after fighting Strahd.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
that's the slash damage, and then... Oh, no, wait, I did the radiant one. And then that was radiant damage, so it's 21 altogether.
Okay. So did you want to throw a smite spell on top of that for your bonus action?
No, I
Okay. Okay. So no smite smell, and no, you're not putting any divine smites on it. Now, here's something to keep in mind. If you use a divine smite at level 1, if you use a level 1 spell slot, that's doing 3d8 to him instead of the 2d8 because vampire spawn are considered undead.
Okay. I'll go ahead and just
Okay. But you get to roll 2 more d8s.
Oh, okay.
It's 3d8, so.
Okay, so 16 more.
Okay. All right. And because of all that radiant damage, on his turn, he cannot regenerate.
Always a bonus.
Maisel, what would you like to do? Mm-hmm.
So I just want to make sure I understand. There is still one crawling on the exterior by Helga, and there's 2 up on the exterior that have not started attacking yet, correct?
Right. They just now became aware that there's stuff going on right next to them.
Okay. But there's nobody up there with them?
There's Carrie's the third, but they don't have any ranged attacks, and he's 30 feet away from them.
He's 30 feet away.
Because he can fly.
Oh, that's true. He can fly. So if something bad happens, he can fly away. Because I'll go off the site because I'm not sure what to do. I kind of like to shatter.
Oh. So,
But will the debris rain down on everyone else, and therefore it's a terrible idea?
that is a possibility. So when you're looking out this window here, you would be looking down. So Helga's down here. So if you were to cast Shatter, Helga would get caught in the blast radius. The other 2 vampires.
Sorry. I thought Helga was below me.
She is. So this is this.
She would get caught in the rubble.
Right. She would be caught in the rubble. But my point is that so there's this down. She's down here. The other 2 vampire spawn are around the corner. Or around the curve of this wall. I don't think that you would be able to see them yet if you looked out this window.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they were. If you looked down, you saw Helga, and if you looked out the window, you saw.
No, they're around the side, and Carice is kind of flying 30 feet out, over here.
Okay, I thought that they were up above us, so then
right.
I could get them that way.
Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that you saw Brian open this door, and he's gotten into all sorts of a fight in this next room, and he's still fighting in there.
Right. Okay, yes, I'll go. I know he's trying to charm Cat. Can I take another shot at persuading them, or is it too late?
No, you could.
Okay, so yeah, I'll go in with Brian. I'm so pushy. Okay. Right, yeah. And I'm going to, before I go in, my slot is going to shapeshift into a cat.
Okay.
And we're going to go in like that.
Okay.
So I'm just a cat lady. Can't get the other cat ladies. That's all there is.
Hello, cat lady.
Cat ladies.
So when you go into K56, are you going to make an attack on the last witch?
Yes.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. Let's see. What do I have to do to her? Let's see. I think I'm going to attack her with my crossbow.
Okay.
I'd like to heal Brian.
Hey.
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
Because you could cast a healing spell on Brian, and then you could, as a bonus action, you can fire your crossbow.
Cool. So I'm going to cure wounds for Brian at 1 level.
Okay.
Which did not come through. That was 25.
Nice.
I would take that for 5.
And then I'll just crossbow with my fancy crossbow.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
And you fire that crossbow and drill it right into her forehead, and she disappears and her robes fall to the floor.
Excellent.
Okay. Pepperell, what would you like to do?
There's nothing else in K55 at this point.
Correct.
I want to go look out the window and see if I can see Mordenkainen.
Make a perception check.
Not horrible, but
So there's two problems. You can't make out Mordenkainen because you are way up, and that's a long distance down. And there's a throng of people down there, so it's hard to pick out individuals.
I will shout as loud as I can to whoever's down there, find Mordenkainen and meet us in the crypts.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Do you guys want me to kind of swoop down and see if I can do a quick scan and fly back up?
Yeah.
So-
Save a trip all the way down to the ground.
With your 13, you can perceive that they have heard you, somebody has heard you, and they tap somebody on the shoulder and point up to the tower, and you can see that what you believe able to make out that your message has been received, and you see a number of people run off into the castle heading towards the main area. So
Good start.
okay. So the vampire spawn that Helga is fighting is going to make a claw attack on Helga and miss terribly with an 11. It is then going to make a second claw attack and just whiff it unbelievably bad. So no hits on Helga. The other two vampire spawn they take off around the side of the tower and move their 30 feet and are now just outside the window to K55. But they can't do anything. Well, I suppose one of them could reach in the window and take a swipe at Pepperell.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. So he gets 2 claw attacks. 12 misses. Oh, and a 13 misses. I rolled a 6 and a 7. Man, both of these dice are sucking. Okay. So, Mike, there are 2 vampire spawn just outside the window clinging to the side of the tower. What would you like to do? And you've got cats hissing at you.
I'll apologize to the cats and try to pull one of the vampire spawn inside the
Okay.
window.
Okay, so you move over like what 10 feet and reach over, and you're gonna grab it, the spawn, and try to pull him in.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check. It's a grapple. Ooh! Okay, well that's a better roll. The vampire spawn got a natural 20 for a total of 23.
I only got 19.
So he resists your grapple.
Sure. So touchy.
You have a second attack.
You have a second attack.
I'll do it again.
Okay. This time he only got a 14.
Well, he's still won because I got a 13.
Okay. So I have this image of a raging bull doing a Monty Python style slap fight with this vampire out the window.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Brian, what would you like to do?
So I'm in this room with 3 dead witches and cloaks on the floor. Is anything in the room worth shaking?
I don't think so, but let me double check that.
They were supposed to be hoarders. Just find something.
Is there something else done over there?
Although hoarders don't always have shit.
So this room, green glowing wisps of steam bubble up from a fat black cauldron in the center of this dark, oppressive room. Surrounding the cauldron are 7 tall wooden stools. Oh, yes. So in this, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Maisel, you can make an investigation check as well.
Fuck. Natural 1. I investigate. No.
22.
So Maisel, you find 3 potions of healing. A potion of poison. And you find the witch's spellbook. In the spellbook, you find 1st and 2nd level spells. And if you have pen and paper, I will list them off.
I do.
The first level spells, you find Burning Hands,
Nice.
Charm Person, Detect Magic, Find Familiar, Fog Cloud, Mage Armor,
Wait, hold on. Need,
Protection from Evil and Good,
Wow. Evil and good.
Ray of Sickness, Sleep, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, Unseen Servant, and Witchbolt.
okay.
2nd level spells, you find Alter Self.
Damn.
Wait, hold, right?
2nd level spells, you find Alter Self, Arcane Lock, Cloud of Daggers, Darkness, Enlarge, Reduce,
Insert inappropriate joke here.
Invisibility, knock, and misty step.
Now, I do have a question. So, as a bard, would I be able to use the witch's book for casting?
No, but so Carice the Third is a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Um,
He can use it.
but sorcerers can't learn spells like wizards can. But this book would be highly valuable. You could sell this.
Okay.
However, what is Maisel's alignment?
What is Maisel's limit? Let me see. I think neutral good.
Okay, so the book is evil in and of itself, and Maisel takes 7 points of psychic damage when she grabs the book.
And I don't even get to use the spells?
You what?
And I don't even get to use the spells. That's effed up, man.
I know, right? But I can tell you this spell book is probably worth about $5,000 in gold.
Okay.
Oh, it's worth the damage. Take the book, take the book.
Yes, no doubt.
Okay. So Brian,
Yes.
so that was Brian's turn. You guys were searching the room. With your one investigate, did you want to leave the room, assuming that there was nothing there?
Like, there ain't nothing in this room. I'm done with this room. Assuming that that's all she found in the room.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how you found all that stuff. I didn't see none of that. I'm walking back out.
So you see Mike doing a slap and tickle fight out the window with these two vampires. You could move over to the window and make an attack.
Mike, stop playing around. Let me show you how it's done. I would like to do said thing. You said that Mike is fighting something out the window?
Yes.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
I have a maneuver called pushing attack.
Okay.
What I don't know is if that would push the thing that's on the wall off of the wall, or if it would just push it further back on the wall.
I would say because of if you were outside, let's say that you were outside like Helga is, it would just push them down the wall, but you're not. They're attempting to climb in the window, so if you do a pushing attack and you're successful, it's going to throw that vampire off the wall.
Done and done. Oh, shit. Alrighty. Let's assume that I can pull this off. I'm going to assume I can pull it off, and the dice are going to follow my assumption.
Nice. So, go ahead and roll your damage first.
Right.
And that's all. That's double damage for a nat 20.
Alrighty. 26.
Okay. You slash into this vampire and then shove him, and the vampire loses their grip on the wall and falls 340 feet down to the courtyard below and hits the ground with such force that their arms and legs come completely off. They are just a grease spot on the ground in the courtyard. And you have a second attack, and there's a second vampire.
Okay. Sorry, the image of the vampire splitting was kind of fun. Alrighty. And that was, the first attack did have the push on it, right?
Correct.
Okay. Damn it! Well, I I did such a great attack on that first one, and it was so good that the second one was so bad, and I rolled a 1.
Oh my. So the vampire spawn is going to make a claw attack on you. Never mind, they only got a 9, so they fail in their reaction.
Woo!
And then you have a bonus action that you can make a third attack.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Don't
All
throw
right.
it out the window.
Nope, not doing that. 26 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, and then where'd you go? Oh, there you are. For 9 damage.
Okay. So yeah, your second attack, you overreach. The vampire tries to swipe at you, but screws that up, and you just kind of stab him in the ribs. Carries the third. You're floating outside or hovering outside the window. What would you like to do?
Olga's still like 20 feet down, right? She hasn't gotten into the mix yet.
Correct.
I will fly above the vampire spawn that's there currently. Actually, no, I'll stay where I'm at. I'll stay at the 30 feet away,
Okay.
and we'll flick out a little firebolt.
Okay. So are you flicking the firebolt at the vampire spawn fighting Helga, or the one that's at the window?
I'll shoot one at the one that's fighting Helga.
Okay. Go for it.
21. Plus in hit.
That hits.
Okay. 17 damage.
Okay. So the vampire spawn that is fighting Helga lights on fire and falls off of the tower, and it too splats at the bottom, only it doesn't just leave a grease stain, it leaves a flaming grease stain.
I guess I should yell down like, look out next time.
Yeah, heads.
Rain down fire.
So Helga, behind you, or I guess above you, 20 feet up the tower wall, you can see this vampire that's in a fight with Brian, hanging out the window.
Yeah, I'll run up to it and check it.
Okay. Go ahead. And you have advantage on the attack.
Okay, that went better. Oh, come on. Alright, I'll put a night on that too, I guess. Unless I'm looking really
Yeah.
that was a crappy.
So first of all, divine smite is 3d8 additional damage.
Jeez.
There we go, that's better.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that vampire is not feeling well, and it cannot regenerate. Is there anything that you want to do with a bonus action? Oh, wait, no, you get another attack.
Oh, I did. I rolled 2 attacks and one with
Okay,
5 and then 15.
gotcha. So anything with a bonus action?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay. Maisel, what would you like to do?
Let's see. I've lost track of what is happening. So, I'm switching my room. Helga's attacking on the southern building.
Yes.
The two vampires that were upstairs are now flat on the pavement.
Correct.
And Helga says she's got her tower recovery.
So there's one vampire spawn left that's fighting at this window that just got smacked in the ass by Helga.
Okay. But at the window, so not further down where no one can reach it.
Correct.
Okay. In that case, I will hit that aim at that with my crossbow as long as no one else is away.
So, yeah, there's a whole lot of shit going on at the window.
Exactly.
So you could fire your crossbow. You have a couple of options. So the first option is that you could fire your crossbow with disadvantage from just out the window that they're fighting in. The other option would be that you could lean out this window and make your attack, and you wouldn't have anybody in your way.
I think I'll do that. I'll lean out the other window.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack. That hits.
Nice.
Okay.
Oof. Okay, so you drill him with a crossbow bolt and he falls off the tower dead and splats in the courtyard below.
I feel bad for people in the courtyard below.
Dropping all these dead vampires on.
Like, la la la, they're all down there fighting all the vampires.
It's raining vamps.
Is it safe to assume that the people that they're fighting are probably like, they're fighting further away from the wall and fighting people that are closer to the wall, so we're probably dropping vampires onto the enemies?
That's actually a pretty safe assumption, yeah.
Alright, cool.
And to make matters worse, the enemies that they're dropping on, many of them are also vampire spawns. So, so when Mike had explored the room in K54, he found that there was another door in there, and that other door leads to yet another staircase that climbs up the towers.
Well, I'd like to go toward the door, but I don't want to go through it myself.
What's that?
So,
I don't want to start ascending the stairs alone. Like,
so here's another option. I mean, so the other option would be that you could go. You have a couple of directions you could go here. So you guys are hurting pretty bad for spell slots.
that's true.
And you could probably use a long rest. There is of course a downside to that, is that a long rest takes 8 hours. And you're kind of racing against the clock because you don't want Strahd to gain his hit points back. I mean, every hour that you spend, he's getting more powerful. So what you could do, if you so chose, is that you could go back down the stairs and try to reconnect with Mordenkainen, or you can continue going up the stairs, or you could stay. Now that you've cleared this particular level, you could take a long rest right here.
Well, I definitely am not capable of making that decision by myself. So, Ruth.
Why don't you guys discuss it? I will be right back. I'm going to go grab something to drink, and you can figure out which direction you want to go.
I will go to the crypt because I bet Morgan has enough, like, magical powers for everybody, really.
Yeah, I think also Carice is willing to fly and civilians outside. The rest of us could go and prep at the crypt, wait, and start a rest to see when they arrive.
I was gonna run down the wall, but we're flying a lot faster, so, I could go either way though.
At least then we have a force in place. If he tries to come out, we can slow him down.
That's a good idea. Alright, so I guess I'll go with Therese to make sure Mordecai is going in, and then I can get my shield guardian back, maybe. Possibly, if everything's under control out there.
Helga, how much do you weigh? Like with gear and everything?
A lot.
Never mind then. My strength's not that high.
No, I think I'm really 300 pounds or something, like, I'm wearing metal armor and dwarves, so.
Yeah, I don't think I can. You're lighter, I could probably carry you, but yeah, no, I think
So is that a good plan, everybody? The 4 of us will go back down to the crypt, and the 2 mobile people will go try and ensure that Mordekainen's found and on his way?
yes, I'm down with that.
And I'll look for my shield guardian. I've literally never split the army before, so. It'll be the first time.
I can cast it one. I can cast spider climb with somebody else also, if needed.
Well, save the slot. I think we're pretty well covered on the two goals. We've got the death slot as well, down
Right.
group. So I think
I was thinking that we could send, since the death spot is currently transformed into a cat, could send it down the stairs ahead of us just a little bit. Could we still communicate telepathically?
cool.
Kind of like a familiar.
Scouter.
Because a familiar that does not want to be my familiar and will kill me at the first opportunity.
Unwilling familiar.
Yeah. Basically my point. So, and if we've been there before, I have a dimension door, so I could like teleport. But I don't know what my range is for that.
I think you guys to have done this before. I swear what the door says, so we're not 100%.
I don't know if I can take anyone through with me.
Looks like 500 feet.
500 feet. I don't know what 500 feet from it.
50 stories.
So probably I can probably get there.
Story.
Assuming that the castle is built to regulation.
Right. Although these were very tall floors.
Meet code.
But it says up 20 feet and down 20 feet. So 25 stories.
And then I think the tower is 100 plus over the ground level, so the crypts are probably within 500 feet.
But, I mean, the more people that go downstairs will probably get it, so that's fine.
So what did we decide on?
How far is 500 feet is the question?
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I think we're gonna do something like that. Dumb question.
I think we're good.
The flyer and the spider climber are gonna scale the building and try and find Mordekainen outside to be sure he's on his way, and I think the rest of us are gonna head to the crypt and start a short rest to prepare for the arrival of the forces.
Okay. You can certainly do that. Hold on here.
I'm gonna try and get my shield guardian back, if they don't need it anymore.
That is a good idea. Okay, so Helga and Carice, you head down the spire, and you do find one of the revenants, and he tells you that Mordenkainen headed into the crypts with two other revenants from the Order of the Silver Dragon, and Vladimir Horngard returns your shield guardian.
Hooray.
And so you make your way back into Castle Ravenloft and down towards the crypts. However, when you come down towards the crypts, and actually you guys are like this. I need to put Maisel on here. There we go. So when you come down to the crypts, there is somebody guarding his tomb. And I need to find him. He is gigantic. Still kind of big. There we go. And you recognize him. You had seen this guy before at the Amber Temple briefly. This is Strahd's manservant, Rahadin. And Rahadin is a dusk elf who is basically Strahd's right-hand man. And he is guarding the crypt. There's no way that you could take a short rest because of him being right there. He is ready to start a fight with you. However, Helga now has her shield guardian. And coming into the crypts from this door up here is Mordenkainen and two revenants. Hold on here, let me add them. And Mordenkainen and the Revenants have their own initiative. So, everybody go ahead and roll initiative. So, Pepperell got a 10. Maisel got a 9. Helga got a 9. That's not what I wanted. Brian got a 12. Mike, what'd you get?
Nat 20 for a 23.
Nice. And Carrie's the third.
18.
Okay. So, Mike, you see Rahadin has drawn his swords, or rather his sword. He's using a nasty-looking scimitar. What would you like to do?
Mike would like to go into rage,
Okay.
and I will attack him.
Okay, so... yeah, you can definitely get there. Alright, go for it.
Nat 20.
Wow, okay. That's how this is going to start off, huh?
Yeah. Uh, 24 damage.
Okay.
A 28 for the second hit.
Yes.
Or 13 damage.
Okay. Alright. Some good smacks on Rahadin. The Revenants. Wow. That is quite the distance. Let's see.
You're still.
Maybe.
Well, as much as you. There it is. There's no hammer.
So the Revenants spring into action and run. They dash. And they will be able to attack Rahadin next round. Carius the Third, what would you like to do?
I'm pretty far away.
Yeah.
Let's see. Come on, boss. I mean, I guess I'll fly since there's high ceilings.
There are high ceilings.
And I'll use the dash action, which will give me 120 feet.
Okay. That could definitely get you to him.
That'll get me up to him.
Yeah, because when I moved the Revenants, they moved 70 feet. So
I'll fly to here. I don't want to get all up on him, but I'll fly to there.
okay. All right. So let's see. Yeah, that's 50 feet.
Oh, that's 50 feet?
Yeah.
I thought the squares were bigger than that for some reason.
Yeah, I'm just counting them as 5-foot squares. I don't remember if we were doing 10-foot last time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought we were doing like 10 or 20 feet last time.
Yeah, they might be 10 feet. So, here, let me see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Yeah, that's 100 feet. Okay. So that's definitely a dash action.
Yeah, then I'll do that for my turn.
Okay. Mordenkainen. What is Mordenkainen gonna do? Mordenkainen dashes 60 feet to this square just behind Maisel. And knowing Mordenkainen, he probably pokes Maisel in the butt with a 10-foot pole.
I don't have time for fun.
Brian, what would you like to do?
Okay, so right now the bad dude whose name escapes me is almost surrounded, right?
Rahadin, yeah, he's going to have next round. He'll have 2 revenants attacking him, and right now Mike is in melee with Rahadin.
Okay. I have no idea how I can get close enough to hit.
So yeah, you might not be able to. Let's see.
You might have to dash and then make your attacks next turn.
Yeah, I think I'll dash.
So 60 feet could get you here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna dash, but hide behind this pillar here. On
Gotcha.
this side.
Gotcha. So kind of
So not
like that.
Line of sight. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like that,
Okay.
and I just wait it out for a turn.
Okay. Pepperell, what would you like to do?
I will move 30 feet to there. Bonus action, place my hex on him.
Okay.
And then Eldritch Blast him.
Okay. He is hexed. Go ahead and make your Eldritch Blast.
Do both of those hit?
They do.
Uh, 16 plus 9, and the hex gives me an extra dice 6 on each of them, so 2 dice 6.
Okay.
Or more, so 29 points of damage.
Okay. He takes that. Why didn't he? Oh, right. Okay, so Rahadin. No. So Maisel, what would you like to do?
I would like to wait. What's the confront?
I'm sorry, what?
Whatever his name is, how confront. I missed what that was for.
So he's hexed. Jeff
Okay.
Pepperell hexed him.
And that is disadvantage on dex save still from earlier.
Yes. Do I have anything that requires that check? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be boring and just cast assistant again. So that's what I do.
Okay.
This time at 5th level, so it's elusive to 16.
Okay.
I don't have anything with the death save.
He got a 14.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Wow. You guys are beating up on Rahadin. Is there anything else Maisel would like to do?
I would like to move whatever I can close there without overdoing it. So like, I'll lay it out there.
Yep, you could do that. Okay. Helga.
Guess I'll do something that I can set something out there, because I have less distance than everybody else.
Right. So you're gonna dash? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So Rahadin is going to make 3 scimitar attacks on Mike.
Ooh.
24 to hit
That hit.
for 12 points of slashing damage. 29 to hit
That hit.
for 10 points of slashing damage. And 22 to hit
That hit.
for 8 points of slashing damage. Wow, Rahadin's a badass.
That's not bad. Only took 15.
Yep.
No, that's not too.
So yeah, he does slashy. And we are back. This is round 2. Mike, what would you like to do?
Laugh at his puny swords and show him what a real blade is like.
Okay. Oh, hold on a second. Before you start that. Mike, make a DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20?
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, you saved. And the reason for that is any creature within 10 feet of Rahadin that isn't protected by a mind blank spell hears in its mind the screams of the thousands of people Rahadin has killed.
I am protected with mind blank, so I have no eyeballs.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That's right, your dark gift. I forgot about that. Okay. So yes, proceed with your attack.
32 to hit.
Yes.
For 12 damage. Then 29 to hit.
Yes.
For 22 damage.
Okay. Okay. The Revenants are going to take a swipe at Rahadin. Probably help if I had them. They get to make 2 attacks with their long swords at +7. First guy hits, first guy misses, second guy misses, second guy misses. So on the one hit, he (1d8 + 4), or actually 2d8. Rahadin takes another 11 points of slashing damage. Curious the Third, what would you like to do?
How's everybody's health looking right now?
I think Mike's the only one that's taken any damage.
Mike's only down 15. Mike's fine.
Yeah.
Save for Strahd.
Well, I just have heal points, so yeah. I just want to make sure everybody was doing good. I will whip fire from up above, because I'm still flying, so from up above I will whip a fire 14's not gonna hit.
It does not.
Yeah, I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay.
All the time.
Okay. Keep your distance, right? Mordenkainen. You know, it's kind of hard to play a character like Mordenkainen because he's such a powerful archmage that you have literally every option available to you in the books. And so it's like, what do I do? What is Morden? I just can't imagine Mordenkainen doing something like, I'm just going to cast Firebolt.
Magic missile, pew pew.
She might be starting to use my help.
He.
Crown of Madness, make this guy be offering.
Hey,
Got it.
I remember that spell.
You could, but he has, because he is a dusk elf, he would have advantage on the saving throw. Oh, that's what he's gonna do. Yeah.
I like the excitement of it. Like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. There you go.
So Mordenkainen casts Mordenkainen's Sword, a 7th level evocation spell, and a sword-shaped plane of force pops into existence and makes a attack on Rahadin. Let's see, with a +9 to hit. With a 27 to hit for 3d10 force damage. "21 points of force damage to Rahadin." Yeah, Rahadin's kind of messed up. Brian, what would you like to do?
You said something about some scary screams. Do I know about those?
Not yet. You'll get to hear them when you get into... When you're within 10 feet, you're going to start hearing the screams of all of the men and women and children that Rahadin has killed over the centuries. You'll hear them in your head.
Sounds fun. Let's do it. I would like to go in with a nice attack.
Okay, you can do that. So I guess that
I
would
don't think I have
move you around the corner.
maneuvers that would help a lot here. Okay. Son of a... Okay. 20 to hit?
Yes, that hits.
$15 damage.
Okay. Your next attack.
30 to hit
Yes.
for 15 damage again.
Nice. And your bonus attack.
I am going to use Action Surge.
Okay.
One more regular.
So you get another regular attack.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make 2 more attacks.
That was a natural 20.
Double damage.
26.
Okay.
And there's a 19 hit.
It does.
16 damage.
Okay. And Brian, you need to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
It doesn't say that the action surge is a bonus action. So I think I still get my bonus action.
Yes, you do.
Okay. That's not the right dice. 18, 20, 30 hits.
Yes.
For 11 damage.
Okay. And make your Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving. Oh. Damn, yeah, wish I had a visor. 14.
Okay. So you take 15 points of psychic damage from the screams in your head.
Make it stop! Make it stop! What is that? How many people have you killed?
Pepper will be like, I don't know what you're complaining about. I find it soothing.
Yes.
This is what I call soft jazz.
Yeah. Easy listening, punk.
Right?
Pepperell, what would you like to do? This guy has taken a beating, is still moving around.
Does he look close to it, or like?
Oh, he's definitely beat up.
If I hold a reaction to when he looks almost dead, will I get both my Eldritch Blasts?
I don't really know that would be. I mean, I don't know that you could hold it. I don't know that you could ready an action for something like until I think he's almost dead.
Okay. Then I will move over here
Okay.
and do my double Kamehameha.
Okay. Go for it.
Well, the crit 1 doesn't hit.
New.
Does a 22 hit?
It does.
Plus die 6. Wow, 15 whole points.
Okay. And Brian and Mike make a dexterity saving throw.
Aaron's Eldritch Blast.
Sorry, my finger guns got out of control.
23.
Okay. And Mike?
19?
Yep. Okay. So, yeah, what is your spell save, Pepperell?
Well, Eldritch isn't a spell save, but it would be 18.
Okay, so yeah, they both save. So your Eldritch Blast goes wild and just misses Mike. Maisel.
Four.
Questioning look.
Yeah. That's the first time somebody almost got injured, friendly fire from Eldritch Blast finger guns. Maisel, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
So I took Warcaster.
Yes.
Does that mean that I can use my second attack as a spell? Like, can I cast spells back to back, or is it only when it's a attack of opportunity?
It's only when it's I believe it's only when it's an attack of opportunity. Let me double check that though.
I believe so, because I have Warcaster also.
It's just that attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it says you have advantage on Constitution saving throws that you make to maintain concentration. You can form the somatic components of spells even when you have weapons or a shield in one or both hands. And a hostile creature's move provokes an attack of opportunity from you. You can use your reaction to cast a spell. So yeah, it's only for attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, to get
What do you get with those?
to do meta magic quicken or twin spell.
So I'll write that down for the future. Okay, so in that case, he's still pretty well surrounded, right?
Yes.
And I'm just gonna hit him with Desperate Whispers again.
Okay. So he. Ew. That's ugly.
I like the sound of that.
He only gets an 11 on his save.
So, I'm gonna cast it at 4th level,
Nice.
23.
Yikes. Okay. All right. Anything with a bonus action, or did you want to move at all?
Let's see, who's nearest? I guess I will use Carnage Inspiration for Mike
Okay.
as a bonus action. Okay.
That's a D8 now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Helga, what would you like to do?
Probably run up and hit him. My weapon, like,
Mike, it's a D10.
D10?
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
so my
Good inspiration.
plays like angelic or something all the time. I don't remember. So do I hear that and the scream?
So, you're not hearing the screams because you are still like 40 feet away from him.
No, I mean when I get into range.
Yeah, when you're within 10 feet of him, you start to hear the screams and would need to make a wisdom saving throw.
So the music from the Christmas item doesn't drown it out at all.
I would say that you would get to make the wisdom saving throw with advantage because of that.
Okay. Was I too far back to get close to them actually? Crap, I can't remember where I was.
No, well, yeah, you can get there.
Okay, alright, I'll go ahead and roll then.
So go ahead and make your wisdom saving throw DC 16 with advantage.
Yeah. Okay. So I succeeded.
Okay, so you do not take any psychic damage, and you can go ahead and make your 2 attacks.
17 hit.
That is a miss.
Okay, so that's my other attack. I do have the shield guardian. The shield guardian here, it's a construct.
No, the shield guardian doesn't take. I believe shield guardian's immune to psychic damage.
Okay, let's see. I'll go ahead and roll for the shield guardian.
Okay.
$19 to hit.
That hits.
4. So 13 damage.
Okay. And that causes Rahadin to collapse and die.
Awesome.
So Mordenkainen just kind of waves his hand and says, "We don't need these silly force walls," and dispels the force walls. He makes it seem like it's just nothing. He's like, we don't need these. These are ridiculous.
Probably consulted on writing a spell.
Yeah, right.
So it's a good thing Mordenkainen's on our side. What are you saying?
Yep.
Now,
I think he's gonna take credit for everything. That's just my head.
It's kind of Mordenkainen's way. If you don't believe that, ask Dave Arneson how he feels about Mordenkainen.
I have the best spells. I'm the greatest.
So the force walls are gone, but this portcullis is still lowered. It is a DC 25 strength check to lift it.
I will try that. With a crazy strength boost.
Okay.
Can I see Strahd through the portcullis?
No. You see the coffin.
Before you open it, can we still finish the chat so I can be an inspiring leader to the whole group?
Yeah.
I caught part of that though, the echo.
Yeah.
Right. So before we lift and go through, I like to talk to everybody with a pep talk and give them how many hit points. Hold on.
How many hit points?
Hold on.
I'm gonna give a TED talk on combat.
So it's 14 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now, they proceed.
So, Brian, what'd you get on your strength check?
25 on the dot.
Nice. Okay, so you raise the portcullis. Hold on here.
That's stopping from my amazing strength. I'm gonna go Dragon Ball Z all like powering up while I'm doing it.
So
Yelling all loud. My hair's starting to flicker like it might go blonde, but it's not doing it yet.
I'm believing you. I think she'll get there.
You need it to go blue.
And
Would be nice.
so Brian lifts the portcullis up, and when he does that, you can see the coffin down in the tomb. The coffin lid just explodes in a splinter, and splinters of wood go flying everywhere as Strahd reveals himself inside, looking fairly healthy. Everybody roll initiative.
Am I still holding this up, or have I like lifted it all the way?
You're holding it up.
So do I get to roll initiative?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
My initiative's 2, actually, not 1.
Okay, so we got a 2. Or Helga with her 2 initiative. Maisel got a 15.
Everyone do.
Pepperell got a 12.
I too got a 12.
Carice got a 12. Brian got an 8.
Apparently, Strahd scared the shit out of all of us.
Evidently. What did Mike get?
Nat 20 for a 23.
Nice.
Rolling so damn well. Go with you.
Revenant's got a 6.
Lucky turkey.
And Mordenkainen got a 17. Okay, so Brian's holding this portcullis up. Mike, what do you want to do? Do you want to run under the portcullis and get this party started, or what do you want to do?
I would assume that I would have to spend another rage.
Yeah.
Okay. Raging and running on through to get this party started.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Mike, go ahead and make your attacks.
I think Mike tripped on the last stair there.
It's in superhero landing.
Something like that. It was a 1.
Banged your shin. So, yeah. Strahd, on your 1. Will make a unarmed strike against you as a reaction. $27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
For 10 points of bludgeoning damage and 12 points of necrotic damage. And that's it. Your second attack.
24 to hit.
Yes.
For 16 damage.
Okay. All right. On Strahd's turn, he what is he gonna do? He's going to make a... Well, the first thing he does is he automatically regenerates 20 hit points. Then he is going to make an unarmed strike on Mike for a 26 to hit.
That hits.
But he's not going to do damage. Instead, he grapples Mike. The escape DC will be an 18. And his second attack is going to be a bite.
He's touching me again.
22 to hit.
Hey, he actually bit me this time.
And he gives Mike a hickey
Yeah.
for 6 points of piercing damage and 8 points of necrotic damage, and that necrotic damage also comes off of your hit point maximum. And that will be Strahd's turn. Mordenkainen. Mordenkainen casts Magic Missile on Strahd. He goes with the classics. For 13 points of force damage. Maisel, what would you like to do?
I would like to run away. I would like to run away.
I fight him once today.
Can I do that? Can I run away? And I can't see inside this room, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not from where you're standing. You know what's going on in there, but you can't see what's going on.
Right. But I have to see my destination for dimension doors to teleport, right?
Or does it have to be someplace you've been before? Let me double check that.
Maybe get back to you.
Call off the distance too. You could be like, I want to go 60 feet that direction, and it still works.
And it still works.
I think.
Yeah, let me double check here. You told yourself you arrive. It could be a place you. So it could be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction. So you've been there before. The party was in this room before, so you could dimension door, yes.
Okay. And I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Let me mark it off my list real quick. Okay.
Actually, you probably would want to come out in this corner.
As far as it sits, like to be as far away from him as possible.
Yeah. So you come out of dimension door and you see Strahd is grappling and sucking on Mike's neck.
Right.
No.
My first.
What am I going to do? He's probably resistant to everything.
He's resistant to quite a bit, and he's got advantage on spell saves.
Everything. But good. Okay. Until I think of something more clever, I'm just gonna hit it with my crossbow.
Okay, go for it.
Because I don't have anything smart to do. 15.
That is a miss.
Okay, so in that case, I will get a bardic inspiration to Brian.
You are out. So your attack with your crossbow was your bonus action.
It's not a second attack.
No, the attack action covers both of your attacks, but you didn't take an attack action. You cast a spell.
Oh, I'm so confused about the differences. Okay, my bad. Okay.
So, Carius the Third, what would you like to do?
If I did my math right, I can fly in to about right around that corner.
Yep.
So I'm still up in the air.
Yep. Yeah, the ceiling in this tomb is 30 feet high.
And I'm going to yell at Mike, beat his ass, and then cast haste.
Okay, so you cast haste on Mike.
Yep.
All right, you can most certainly do that.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Pepperell, what would you like to do?
I will first move down to the top of the stairs. Then I'll cast Wall of Light.
Okay.
And it will be like that, 5 feet of that 10-foot square.
Okay.
And so he needs to make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
He uses legendary resistance and chooses to succeed.
So I was going to ask, didn't we fight him earlier in the day and he used legendary resistances?
Yes, he is back to 80% of his health.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, so,
But without that gem thing to give him extra health.
Correct.
it still takes half damage, okay?
Yep.
It's not blank.
Right.
So 15 radiant, and that projects 120 feet of daylight in the room.
Okay. So he takes radiant damage. He cannot regenerate next turn. And he is at disadvantage for everything because he is in sunlight. Yeah, wall of light counts as sunlight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Anything with your bonus action?
I will move my hex to him.
Okay. Is kind of what I figured you would do. Okay. He is hexed. Dexterity still?
Yes, I don't get to change the save when I'm moving it. It's when I cast it, it was picked as dex.
Okay. So, Brian, you are holding up the portcullis. Helga still hasn't entered the room yet. Do you want to continue to hold it open, or what do you want to do?
I guess I'll keep holding it.
Okay.
I have a shield guardian too, though, so.
That's true. You could have your shield guardian hold it open.
And he knows I have a shield guardian, so I'm not interested. He doesn't have to weapon.
So yeah, Brian, you could let go and go down and get into the fight if you wanted to.
Okay, so the shield guardian took over holding the door.
Yes.
Now with this wall of light thing, can I attack it through that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
You just don't want to be in those squares.
Don't be in the squares.
Right, where the squiggly line is. That's
Yes.
why I put it in his area and not ours.
I believe you can move through it, you just don't want to end your turn in those squares.
Right.
Oh.
Because that's when you'll take damage.
Yeah.
Alright. And turn in the light. Don't go to the light. Okay. Let's see more of this. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect that I was gonna get to let go of the gate this turn, so I almost went for it.
As you do this one, he also this one. Huey did not because he respat Moses.
Okay. He's grabbing on the mic right now. Nom nom. Oh shit. That means Mike's about to become a nom 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 ally.
Well, I mean, he's going to have to suck a lot harder than that.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna use. Wait, where am I? How far can I move normally? Can I get what's behind him? Well, those walls and stuff.
There's like 3 alcoves behind him.
Okay.
They're separated by walls, but there's alcoves.
Alright, well, I'm gonna stay out of range now, because I don't think I can get where I want to get on this turn. Because I figure that's 30 feet just to get to where I am, right?
Right. Well, if you were up here, I just moved you there just to get, so I could get to your token, but, no, it's like, yeah, it would be like 30 feet. 30 feet would get you behind him.
30 feet could get me behind him?
Yeah, you could be right here.
Okay. Then in that case, yes, I will use evasive footwork.
Okay.
And expend one of my superiority die.
Okay.
And add that to my AC to try and get behind him, because I figure going behind him would normally provoke an attack of opportunity, right?
No.
Oh, because of I thought with like that wall there and everything, I had to like squeeze by him or something.
No, you're moving into attack, so you're not actually going through his space.
Oh, okay, cool. Then never mind. I will not use evasive footwork. I take that back. And I will use a menacing attack.
Okay.
Alright, die, don't do me dirty. 24.
That hits.
Alright, 24 hits. Let's do some damage. Rewind. Do that. Okay. First. As we already died, attack the time. Wisdom saving throw. Okay. So after all my attack, he has to make a wisdom saving throw or he's frightened of me.
Okay. He is going to use legendary resistance and choose to succeed. That is the last one that he has.
Well, damn. Okay. Anyway, then, that's, 9 damage plus, I'm supposed to add, damn! Whoa. 11 damage.
Okay.
Good.
On the first attack.
Second attack.
Oof. There's a 16 hit.
It does.
Oof. Not expecting that. Oh, good. Oh, 9 damage.
Okay.
And then, I guess, bonus action. Ah, if only the 19 was a critical. Darn.
Well, you hit.
Yeah, definitely hit, yeah. And 11 damage.
Okay. He takes 11 damage.
Can't believe that. Like, roll, all the damage rolls are like, crap.
At the end of Brian's turn, Strahd uses a legendary action to bite Mike. But only gets a 14 on the attack. Stop it, that tickles.
Also good.
The Revenants move in and make their attacks. Miss. There's a hit. 4. 16 points of slashing damage. Actually, no, 8 points of slashing damage because they are not using magical weapons. Okay. Helga, what would you like to do?
I'll have the shield guardian hold up the portcullis
Okay.
and the squares are 5 feet, you said?
They're 10.
Oh, okay. I can't get very far. I'm gonna bless everybody.
Okay.
Nice.
What does blessing do again?
You can add a d4 to your roll.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right.
And saving throws.
Yeah. And the shield guardian's just gonna hold up there, I think, for now.
Okay. Yeah, Shield Guardian's kind of holding the door open so that you guys can get out, right?
Could we call him Hordor?
Sure.
So I forget which channel it's on, but there's a morning show like Jenna and Hoda and Jenna or whatever. And every time I see the commercial for that show, I crack up. I'm like, because in my head I replaced them with Hodor and Jenna, and so they're sitting in their armchairs around a cocktail, and one's just Hodor wearing like a Friar Tuck monk robe. Before we start the next round, I will be right back.
So I know it's sometimes inconvenient, but my idea with the roll of light is it keeps him from regenerating, and he takes 20, even while I can still attack. So it keeps radiant on him.
That sounds good to me.
Just don't go towards the light, or Carol Ann will be upset with you.
So we are back to Mike. Mike, what would you like to do? You can make an attack, or you can try to break the grapple. Actually, you could do both. And you're hasted.
Yep.
I cast Spell of Woodfall on Mike.
So I'm just going to attack this vampire who keeps trying to hit the neck here.
I'm sorry, what was that?
So I'm going to attack this vampire that keeps trying to kiss my neck.
Okay.
Consent.
Something above 25.
Yep, that hits.
Damage.
Okay.
Uh, 29
Yep.
for 15 damage.
Okay.
19
Yes.
for 22 damage.
Okay. And you still have a bonus action.
I hit him 3 times. Oops, daisy.
We were with that last game.
Nat 20.
That definitely hits. Double damage.
And thank you. So I have brutal critical, which gives me an extra die.
Right.
When I do a critical, does that get multiplied as well?
No.
Okay.
That's added to the double damage.
Okay. $24 damage.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
math wrong.
You are beating up on Strahd. As a legendary action.
That should have been 36, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, he can still take that.
I'm
But-
math wrong.
As a legendary action, Strahd is going to move 30 feet and not provoke an attack of opportunity to here. And so Mike is no longer grappled. And then on Strahd's turn, Strahd, just because he's a dick, Strahd summons 3 swarms of rats. I need to find rat swarms. Do. There we go. Those are big rats. Scrapper. Shit, my Chrome locked up. Hold on, I will be right back.
Yeah.
Okay, try this again. There we go. Okay, so these 3 rat swarms climb up out of the spaces between the cobblestones in the crypts, and they make their attacks at the end of Strahd's turn. Let me find swarms of things. There we go. Swarm of rats. So, Swarm of Rats is going to attack Maisel with their puny little bite attacks. Soft 20 to hit. Yeah? Does soft 20 hit Maisel? Okay. For 3 points of piercing damage. And a Swarm of Rats is going to bite Mike's ankles, but only gets a 15 to hit. And a rat swarm is going to attempt to bite Pepperell's ankles.
If they started their turn next to me, they take my Cloak of Flies damage.
Okay, they only got an 11 to hit.
Okay.
And they take your Swarm of Flies damage, and they are still there.
Okay, that's 6 poison.
Mordenkainen hits Strahd with a Ray of Frost for 6 points of cold damage. Maisel, what would you like to do? You've got a swarm of rats attacking you. You're muted.
I would like to remember my audio status. A little bit about this is what I'd like to do. Okay. I'm going to just shoot Strahd with my crossbow again.
Okay.
I'm not quite as worried about the rats.
Yeah, they have a whole terrifying +2 to hit, so.
Right.
Now, having said that, they did hit you, but still.
It's true. And only me.
And only you, yes.
So it's 19 to hit.
That hits.
And then 12 damage.
Okay.
I'd like to give Brian Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
What's that do?
You can do the D10 for a variety of things. Add a D10 for a variety of things.
Yeah, for saving throws and attack.
Attack roll or saving throw.
Right.
So that's better than the bless I have.
Slightly, but you only use it once.
Right, yeah, you only get it once, unlike the bless, which lasts for a while.
Which goes on for
And it's
a
stacked to bless. You use the bless on everything, and then add the bardic inspiration if you want it one off.
Oh. And it's just 1d10 to like either an attack or a save. But not like damage or something.
Not the damage, just the
not damage.
Correct.
Yeah, you got that wishful thinking. This is hopeful.
Okay.
Alright, and then I'm going to send the slot again.
You're gonna do what?
Send the slot.
Okay.
Do attack slot.
Okay, go ahead and make the slots attacks.
Okay. This requires that. Hold on, let's get it. Okay, so first. Go ahead.
Chris, have you been tracking his 20 radiant for the wall of light for sunlight?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Go ahead.
Alright. So first he's going to bite.
Okay. Gonna bite the vampire back.
Yeah, exactly. That's 23 to hit,
Yes, that hits.
which is 9 piercing.
Okay.
And 7 necrotic.
Okay, so he takes 3 necrotic.
Yeah, which I'm sure you do with it too. And then first claw attack is not good. 12.
That's a miss.
Yep. And second claw attack is 23 again.
That is a hit.
And that's 10 slashing, 3 necrotic.
Okay. All right. Carries the third. What would you like to do?
how's he looking so far?
Beat up.
Pretty beat up.
Yeah, radiant damage changes things for vampires, definitely.
Do that. Do that. How's everybody else's health? Are you guys doing all right?
I'm good.
I'm okay.
Good. Then simple firebolt.
Okay.
And he's at disadvantage on dex saves.
Firebolt's a ranged spell attack.
Attack.
With know what? No, I'm not gonna do the fire. No, he has a disadvantage on saves. I only have one more of these. My last fourth spell. I'm gonna do a wall of fire going down that one wall over the top of it.
Okay. All right. So he is going to try to make a dex save. Rolled a 14 and a 15. So 14 plus 9. 23 to save.
That beats my save.
So does he?
He takes half of that,
He takes half damage. Okay.
which is gonna be 5d8. Eight. 23 cut in half. 11.
Okay. So he takes 11 points of fire damage. Okay. Anything with movement or bonus action?
No.
Okay. Pepperell, what would you like to do?
I'm going to move deeper into the room.
Okay. Do you have mobility?
No.
Rat Swarm gets an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh no.
17 to hit.
No, it does not.
Okay.
And then, because I needed line of sight, I will use the wall of light. This one here
Okay.
will get consumed to attack Strahd.
Okay. Does he have to make a save on that?
No, it's a range spell attack.
Okay.
Plus die 4. That is 27 hitting.
It does.
4 die 8 radiant. Plus die 6 necrotic.
Okay.
And let's see, bonus action available. Nothing useful. Yeah, I'll stay next to the other rats there.
Okay. Okay. At the end of Pepperell's turn, there's not a whole lot that he can do.
So that's where my wall would be.
Yep.
So at the end of Pepperell's turn, he uses a legendary action to move to here without provoking an attack of opportunity. And it is Brian's turn.
Ooh. What's the red line?
Wall of fire.
Oh. Wait, where'd he go?
Every time I say wall of fire, I hear a Johnny Cash song in my head. Burns, 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 the wall of fire.
The shield guardian is there holding up, I think.
Yep, shield guardians are holding up the portcullis.
Damn. Well, I had a plan in place, but Strahd got too far away. I don't think I can get behind him now. Damn. I don't even think I can reach him from here, can I? That's 30 feet.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Behind him.
Yeah, 30 feet. You could just get into range to attack him at 30 feet.
As a question of how things work, if I were to dash to get behind him, would he then have to do anything to get past me?
If he moved through your space, then he would provoke an attack of opportunity from you.
Okay. Uh-huh.
You provoke attack of opportunity trying to do that in a hallway.
Right.
Right, so you would provoke an attack of opportunity to try to get behind him because you would have to go through his space.
That's fine with me, because I'm going to use the thing that I was going to do before, but you guys said it wasn't necessary, the evasive footwork. I'm going to do that now to add that to my AC.
Okay.
I move past it.
Okay, so you're basically moving up to here.
Yes.
Okay. He gets an attack of opportunity. He will attempt to claw you. 19 to hit.
19 to hit. So as soon as I find where my D10 is. And Shiza. I have a 19 AC.
So he hits.
All I have to do is roll a 4 better. All I have to do is roll a 4 better.
Yeah.
He chooses, he's not going to deal damage, he grapples you.
Wait,
What is he?
does the bless get thrown on it? Does that matter?
Wait, I forgot the plan.
That's a bardic inspiration.
Well,
I forgot.
Bless isn't AC.
right, Bless wouldn't affect AC, neither would Bardic Inspiration.
Can I add the bless or the bardic inspiration to my maneuver?
No,
Oh, done.
because it goes to attacks and saving throws.
Not maneuvers. Son of a sugar.
So, he grapples you. He's kind of hanging on to you like you're his food source. He's hanging on to you like like a fat chick in McDonald's. So, that is his reaction. Now, you did a dash to get there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Real critical dash. Because that got inspiration, a creature that has bardic inspiration from you can roll a die and add the number to roll to damage roll, or when an attack roll is made against the creature, it can use its reaction to roll the die and add the number to its AC.
Oh, so you can use that die 10 on your AC check?
Yep.
Okay, well, seeing as I only need a 1 to beat it, I'm gonna assume I did.
Yeah. So, okay, so you're not grappled.
I am not grappled. I have used my bardic inspiration, and I am now on the other side of Strahd.
Correct. Now, the question is, so you, with dash, you used your action to move. Do you have enough maneuver points left? You could do an action surge if you have enough points left.
If I had another maneuver, I could do it now?
Yes. So action surge would allow you to attack, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I already used my action surge earlier on that other thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And the maneuver got me in front of him, so that was my last one.
Okay. Okay.
He now has to get past me. He provokes an attack of opportunity now, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The Revenants move up behind Strahd and they make their attack.
Are they at advantage since I'm in front of him?
No. If they were rogues, they would get their sneak attack though.
Oh, okay.
So hit. Oop, nat 20. So the first hit does 12 points of damage. The second hit does 20 points of damage. The second Revenant hit, miss for another 17 points of damage. At the end of the Revenant's turn, Strahd is going to use his last legendary action.
I thought he used that one when I did the other thing. Or did he have like more?
Well, he gets 3 legendary actions per round. He's used 2 so far.
Oh.
And he only gets legendary resistance a number of times per day. So he is going to use his last legendary action to move his movement without provoking an attack of opportunity to here.
Just trying to get away. That bastard.
Well, it's not like you guys don't know where he sleeps. Helga, what would you like to do?
Let's see here.
If Helga moved her movement, she could get past Brian and attack Strahd.
I'll go ahead and do that. Then I'll attack over the thigh bone.
Whack him with the thigh bone.
Disruption.
Yeah, that's true. He's going to have to make a save.
Proficiency bonus goes on the attack, right? Or
Yes.
just making sure. Okay, that's off 20.
That hits. And Strahd fails his saving throw with an 8.
What was he saying again?
Your axe uses the thigh bone of Markovia, and so it acts as a mace of disruption.
Oh,
You
don't remember.
so you hit Strahd with your axe, and Strahd explodes into a mist, and you see this mist kind of floating there, coalescing, and it flows back down into the tomb and goes into the coffin. And when it gets into the coffin, which now has no lid, it goes into the coffin and reforms into Strahd's body with his arms crossed over his chest in a torpor.
Stab him with the sun sword.
Do it.
Whose turn is it?
It would be Mike's turn. Technically, we're out of combat, though, because Strahd cannot do anything. There's no enemies about. So however you decide that you want to end Strahd while he's in a torpor in his coffin is entirely up to you guys.
I'd say stab him and somebody behead him. Was definitely down on this shit.
Stab him, behead him, light his ashes on fire. I mean, I'm down for all of them.
All of it.
Holy water.
Do all the things.
Fill the coffin with holy water. Just fill it with holy water.
Well, before we cut his head off and burn him, I'm gonna steal his pillow.
just to be a dick, I'm gonna steal his pillow.
And his shoes. Take his shoes.
Easy, guy. Let's take me more time and do it.
We take all of his clothes. It's everything he's got.
So, yeah, you're gonna behead him with the sun sword?
Sure.
Okay. You behead the vampire, and Strahd's head clunks to the floor, rolls a little bit, and then just instantly decays, turns to ash, and falls. Strahd von Zarovich is no more.
Woo,
So the first thing that happens with that is you all get another level. Not that it really matters because we are at the end of this campaign. But you can take, just for your own gratification, you can take level 11.
Yeah. I'm not actually. Well, build it with a whole new thing.
When you cut off his head, Strahd can't hide his surprise as death takes him into the black abyss. Surprise turns to rage, and the pillar stone of Ravenloft trembles with fury, shaking dust from the ceiling of the vampire's tomb. The shudders abate as Strahd's burning hatred melts away, replaced at last by relief. The dark orbs of his eyes wither and sink into his skull as his corpse deteriorates before you. In a matter of moments, only bones, dust, and the noble garb remain. Strahd von Zarovich, the Dark Lord of Barovia, is dead and gone.
You said his bones remain?
Yes.
Really take
Gonna have a snack.
Strahd kebab.
Yeah, I'm eating him for a celebration victory party.
So when you exit out of the castle, you find that all of Strahd's forces being vampires themselves, have actually withered to ash themselves, because when you come out, you can see that the gray clouds covering all of Barovia have parted, and sunlight, for the first time in centuries, is coming down, and actually you can see the sun, and the sky is blue, and the rain has lifted. It's not quite so cold, and Madam Eva, after a while, you guys basically have the option, if you would like at this point, you can set up and take a long rest, much needed long rest, gain all your hit points and spell slots back. You are at this point in control of Castle Ravenloft. I don't know that it's a castle you would want to keep.
Yes.
Rock, paper, scissors, who gets it?
There's plenty of space. I'll take the crypts.
Madam Ava comes to the castle along with the caravan of Vistani that you met at the very beginning of the campaign down by the Tesher Falls, the Tesher Pool, by the river, who read your fortunes with the Taraka deck. And Madam Ava approaches Maisel and says, "Oh, my dear Maisel, you and your friends have succeeded where many others have failed. You have freed the land of Barovia from the devil Strahd. It would be our honor and benefit if you would take Castle Ravenloft and rule in his place."
Wait, me?
Yeah. You are of noble Vistani blood.
I will accept so long as my friends can stay here as long as they like, as well as.
Yeah, I mean that's totally doable. You would take the title of Duchess Maisel of Barovia.
Ooh, that's it. I like the sound of that. Well, let's have a feast. Let's celebrate.
Okay, so yeah, you guys throw a grand feast and banquet. I'm trying to remember their name. The ravens, were-ravens, come and join you. The revenants, however, the Order of the Dragon, as soon as you killed Strahd, all of the revenants just wave to you and disappear into like ashes blowing away in the wind. Their service has been concluded in the mortal realm because the object of their vengeance has been destroyed. But you throw a grand feast. Mordenkainen joins as well, and you invite as many people as would be willing to show up. Gertruda, the wayward teen girl who was hoping to wed Strahd, is still a little weepy and crying because he is gone, but even she is happy to be reunited with her mother at the feast.
Gertrude, can I introduce you to my friend Brian?
I could just see Maisel winking at Brian going, "This chick's dumb. It's a sure thing."
Hopefully, winning team, right? Winning team.
Yeah, I think so. When it takes first, yeah.
So, is there any edicts or what have you that you want to pass for Barovia to help? I mean, the land of Barovia has been pretty dour. The citizens here have been living depressing, oppressed lives. You immediately, one of the first things that you notice is that not quite as many people come to the feast as you would have thought, and over the course of a week or so, you realize that it seems like the population of Barovia is almost cut in half. There are people missing. And the reason for that is that with Strahd dead, the mists that surround Barovia have lifted. Many of those people that were here were soulless. They were just shells, placeholders, and since the mists have lifted, those people have vanished. So the only people that are left now in Barovia are true people that actually have souls. And people can come and go as they choose, but most of the citizens that are left in Barovia have decided that they're going to stay. This is their home, and they want to make it, something beautiful. But they, being peasants, don't have any real course of direction or frame of mind to do so. So the question then falls to you as the party. Is there anything that you would like to enact to help the people of Barovia?
Cancel their student loan debt.
Paid maternity leave so they can make more neutral people.
Duh. Okay. So basically, lower their tax rate and encourage for anybody that starts having babies.
Yeah.
For carries, I think, do you want a picture? Carries and Mike, we're gonna pension our cash prizes from leaving to the townspeople and tell them to be excellent to each other people.
Okay, you can do that. Brian, do you have any suggestions?
These people need to learn how to fight for themselves.
Agreed.
I'd like to start a school for a martial warriors school here.
So I guess, okay, that's a good idea as well. So then one of the questions remains of the party. I mean, obviously, if Maisel accepts being the Duchess of Barovia, ruling from Castle Ravenloft, that would require her to stay. And of course, now you can come and go as you would please from Ravenloft and leave this domain of dread. Who would choose to stay in Barovia?
I would just want to send word to Sun Moon that I killed a vampire king and I'm going to stay where my castle home is now.
Okay.
And can I bestow, didn't you really love the mill with the graveyard or something like that? I'd like to bestow the creepiest piece of land left in Barovia to you, Temple. It's recognition of your service. So you're welcome to hang out in the crypts whenever. You may have any ripped apart graveyard you would like. Enjoy.
Thank you. I'll become the local crypt keeper.
Yes.
Mike brought up a good point that on our way back home, we could stop by the Emerald Enclave and let them know the mission was over.
That's true. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. So let somebody know that you've successfully taken care of the werewolf problem.
Right? You
Yeah.
don't have to keep sending people here. It's fine.
Sorry, it took us 6-7 months, but we took care of the problem solved. what about Helga? Is Helga going to stay in Barovia, or is she going to go back to the Sword Coast?
Well, I'm basically a freak now, so I think I have to stay here.
Well, I mean, it's not like the Sword Coast is freak free, you know.
I mean, it didn't take us long to get here.
I have my orphan finance staff that to create something behind the extra eyeball. Like a sweet hat or something.
I guess I need to go on something bigger and meaner things. So yeah, I would probably want to on the around.
Okay. Ismark, who was Ilyana's brother, he becomes the burgermeister of the village of Barovia and sets about to cleaning it up. And he is extremely grateful, and he actually is urging everybody to stay in Barovia and help him rid the land of any other threats. And he offers his village and, of course, Maisel's Castle Ravenloft as a place of safe refuge should you stay. The Vistani, however, the rest of the Vistani, they all have a great fear of the fellow Barovians, because there was many Vistani that were a part of Strahd's retinue, and they fear that the Barovian villagers and the townsfolk of the various towns would pretty much be out to destroy them. And so many of the Vistani just leave. There's a great exodus. You see these barrel top wagons riding off out the gates of Barovia back to other realms. Rudolf van Richten, he leaves Barovia to live out his remaining days in solitude. His protege, Esmeralda de Veneur, isn't convinced that Strahd is truly dead. She also knows that there are other evils throughout Barovia, and they wait to be conquered, and so she elects to remain behind and work with Duchess Maisel as her advisor and quartermaster. Now, not everything is all roses, so many of Strahd's consorts were vampire spawn. They were not destroyed. Those that weren't in the final battle, they actually leave Barovia. And so these vampire spawn are now released into the realms of other material planes to enact their own wishes. One in particular was Escher. Escher, he leaves in search of new experiences and a way to become a vampire lord himself. Now, part of the battle, if you remember, there was the guy that you had met in the Amber Temple who took the dark power to raise his sister, who was one of Strahd's brides centuries ago and was in the crypt. He indeed revives her, and Petrina Velikovna is alive, and she spends much of her time wandering around the castle, reading numerous arcane books and looking into the histories of the castle. Everybody make an insight check.
Sure. 7?
Brian's like, she's not hurting anybody. Wow, so's Maisel.
Yeah,
Whatever.
doing better.
So, yeah, what about Carice?
Carice is doing math.
Math is hard.
Inside. That'd be 19.
So,
Cute.
out of what did Helga get? Helga got a 3. Okay. So, out of everybody, Carice is the only one who's like, yeah. Carice, your thoughts, the feeling that you get from what was her name? Petrina, is that she was not so much of an unwilling subject to be one of Strahd's brides as her brother believes. It seems like she's going around the castle looking at all this lore, and she's actually planning a trip to the Amber Temple herself, and may at some point in the future become a problem.
Hey guys, you should keep an eye on her. Like, she seems sketchy as hell.
Roger.
So, other than Mike and Carice, is anybody else going back to the realms? Or are most of you staying here?
I'm temporarily staying. I'm not permanent.
Okay.
Stay, set up a place, like help them learn how to fight, learn some self-defense and stuff, and then I'm on my way.
What Maisel could do is, since she is now the ruler of Barovia, she could grant Brian ownership of Argynvostholt, and he could rebuild that fortress, and that could be his training school.
That I'm going to say that needs to be also specific for vampire hunting, and we will send out our most elite trainees to go hunt down the vampire spawns that left Barovia and take other realms.
Okay,
I dig it.
that's not a bad idea.
I support this, and I'm on board.
So,
And
Excellent.
I only request holy weapons or magical weapons so that our trainees will have the means to fight the fights ahead.
nice. So, with that, this concludes our Curse of Strahd campaign. Now, this is a weird one because most of you have opted to stay, which leaves the possibility that these characters may have something happen in Barovia for them in the future. So you'll want to hang on to these characters. I don't know, just stick them in a folder somewhere, hang on to them, because I don't know, maybe we'll do a Curse of Strahd one-off where we bring these characters back for like Halloween or something like that, where we can do a spooky Barovian adventure, and you can see what has happened with these characters. The next campaign that I will be running will be for D&D will be the Tyranny of Dragons. So then the question is, so next week will be a session 0. You guys are going to be the first group that has completed their D&D campaign, so you will be the first group to go through the one-off for Traveler. So next Friday will be a session 0 where we will run through character creation. I will post a link to the PDF for it's a form fillable character sheet that you can do in Adobe for Traveler, and we will run through that together. And the best part about that is that it forms your contacts and whatnot, and your reasons for being travelers with all of the other players. Then the question being that after we do the conclude the Traveler one-off, do you guys want to create new characters for for Tyranny of Dragons on your own, or do you want to have a session 0 where we all get together and create characters together? What would work best for you?
I would rather do that on my own.
Okay.
That's it.
Does it count? I've already started mine.
Okay, so then that's fine. You guys create your characters. You probably want to touch base with each other in the Facebook Messenger group to make sure that, you have all your bases covered as far as classes go. You probably want somebody to be a rogue.
Sale's gonna do a rogue druid.
Nice.
I'm looking at doing a warlock paladin.
Okay.
So I think that's rogue characters.
You what now?
You good?
What kind of world is Journey of Dragons? Like, this is like kind of a horror game. Is there any sort of special thing about Journey of Dragons, or is it just like...
Tyranny of Dragons, I would class... So Tyranny of Dragons was the first campaign that was released for 5th edition. I would classify Tyranny of Dragons as your at the very most basic level. It is the typical D&D game.
Gotcha.
It pretty much touches all the corners of what you would expect from Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
And on a side note, it also takes place a little bit back in time. Tyranny of Dragons will allow you to see and experience some of the world-shaping events that have changed the realms for 5th edition. From a lore aspect, at the very least.
Chris, just to let you know, we won't be part of the Traveler game.
Okay.
Sadly.
Okay.
Since we have to start moving next weekend, and basically, like, the amount of time the game's gonna run is basically our move time.
Right, yeah. So, are you going to do all your moving in one weekend, or?
Over 2 weekends.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the Traveler game, so next week will be a session 0. The week after that will be the start of Traveler. It may take 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what we figured. That'll give us a couple weekends to move in, then a week to settle, get everything organized.
Right.
About the time we're going to be ready to play again, you guys should be finishing.
Yep, that would be right around that period. Okay. Is there...
We were looking forward to playing that game, too.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, because you guys... Gonna be right in the middle of it. Yeah. Well, don't worry, because I'm planning on. So just because you miss out on that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't join a Traveler game further down the line. The reason I'm specifically doing a session 0 is so that you can set these characters aside, and then when my brain is full and I need a break and I need to run something else, we can pull those characters out and do another adventure. So. There will be another opportunity.
Nice.
So, with that, I know it's a little early, but we're going to go ahead and conclude because you guys killed all of my content. And I will cut you loose into the world, and you can start working on your next D&D character.
Take care, guys. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Congratulations, well done.
Well done.
Good game, guys. I will see you next week.